You worked for it. You sacrificed for it. You thought about it late at night. You imagined the moment it would finally happen. The promotion, the degree, the money, the transformation. You told yourself, when this happens, I'll finally feel satisfied. And then it happened. For a moment, it felt good. A rush, a sense of relief, maybe even pride. And then, quietly, it faded. Not in a dramatic way, not in a tragic way, just enough to make you sit there thinking, that's it? And now there's this strange emptiness. You don't say it out loud because from the outside, everything looks successful. But inside, something feels unfinished. And that confuses you because you thought the goal was the finish line. Here's the truth most people don't talk about. The chase feels better than the catch. While you were working toward the goal, you had direction. You woke up with purpose. You had something to prove. You had a future version of yourself pulling you forward. Your brain loves that state. Anticipation releases more dopamine than achievement ever will. Becoming feels alive. Arriving feels still. And when you arrive, the movement stops. The tension disappears. And with it, the illusion. Because goals don't actually give you identity. They give you momentum. While you were chasing success, you didn't have to sit with deeper questions. You were busy, distracted, focused on the next step. But once the goal is achieved, the silence returns. And in that silence, you meet yourself again. The same insecurities, the same doubts, the same internal voice. The goal didn't erase them. It just temporarily drowned them out. And here's the uncomfortable insight. Sometimes you didn't even want the goal itself. You wanted what you believed it would fix. You thought it would make you feel worthy, respected, enough. You thought it would finally silence the voice that says you're behind. But goals don't heal identity wounds. They decorate them. So when the excitement fades, you're left staring at the same internal landscape, just with a new achievement added to your resume. That's not failure. That's clarity. You were chasing relief, and relief is temporary. There's another layer to this. Many people build their self-worth around progress. As long as you're improving, you feel valuable. As long as you're climbing, you feel safe. But once you reach the top of that mountain, you lose the structure that was holding you together. Because if your identity is the one who is becoming something, what happens when you become it? Who are you without the next milestone? That's where emptiness lives. It's not about lacking success. It's about lacking connection to yourself outside of performance. If your entire sense of worth depends on movement, stillness will feel terrifying. Stillness forces you to sit with yourself without metrics. No targets, no deadlines, no applause. Just you. And if you don't know who you are without achievement, that silence can feel heavy. So what do most people do? They set another goal, bigger, harder, more impressive. Not because they love growth, but because they're uncomfortable being still. And the cycle continues. Chase, achieve, feel good, feel empty, repeat. But here's the shift that changes everything. Fulfillment doesn't come from achieving goals. It comes from alignment during the pursuit. If you sacrificed your health to win, if you ignored relationships to succeed, if you became someone you don't even like just to reach the milestone, the achievement won't feel full because you disconnected from yourself along the way. You can win externally and lose internally. That's the emptiness. It's not that success is meaningless. It's that success without self-connection feels hollow. There's also something else no one prepares you for. Before you achieve something, you get to fantasize about how it will feel. The fantasy is always bigger than reality. In your mind, the promotion changes everything. The money solves everything. The transformation rewrites your identity. But when it finally happens, life looks mostly the same. You still wake up in the same body. You still carry the same thoughts. You still feel like you. The dream dissolves into normality, and that normality can feel disappointing. But it's also honest, because it reveals something powerful. You were never meant to find yourself at the finish line. You were meant to meet yourself along the way. Goals are tools. They give direction, they create growth, they challenge you, but they were never designed to complete you. If you only feel alive when you're chasing something, you're not fulfilled. You're stimulated. And stimulation fades. Depth doesn't. So instead of asking, what should I achieve next? Ask what kind of life feels meaningful even without applause. What habits feel like you? What relationships feel grounding? What work feels aligned, not just impressive? Because if your happiness is always waiting at the next milestone, you will always arrive and feel something missing. Not because you're ungrateful, not because you're broken, but because you were looking for identity in accomplishment. And identity doesn't live at the top of a mountain. It lives in how you walk the path. The goal was never supposed to fill you. It was supposed to shape you. And if you don't know who you are outside of achieving, no finish line will ever feel like home.